Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Krystle Metellus here. Are you ready to talk about chapter 9 of my book, The Pearls Around My Neck? Chapter 9, guys, I personally believe is the most transparent chapter in that book because it identified with exactly where I was and who I was prior to even being able to write and release the book. And I titled that chapter Overcoming. And I first want you to know that overcoming for you may be different from overcoming for me. You may have to overcome a person. You may have to overcome a statistic or overcome a label. You may even have to overcome generational curses, overcome the way you see yourself. For me, I had to overcome fear, as many of you may already know if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram. That has been my testimony. But I talk about in that chapter different ways on how to make sure you are able to overcome whatever that opposer is for you. So that's what I first want you to do. I want you to identify who or what is your opposer. And with identifying that, then you can find the proper ways to make sure that you overcome it. I talk about in that chapter how when a boxer is training to get ready to fight a match, he's not just learning how to attack. He's learning more than just punch and uppercut and jab and hook. He's learning more than that. He's also learning how to properly deal with whatever his opponent throws his way. So he's also learning that he needs to duck and dodge and weave and block. He's learning all of those things. And the problem that a lot of us have is in worldly scenarios, we are taught to be the aggressor. We are taught to pack a mighty punch. We are taught how to attack, but we're not always ready for what our opponent throws in return. We're not always ready for what life throws in return because we have to recognize that not everyone is going to be for us. Not everyone is going to be our cheerleader or a supporter. Some people don't want you to win. Some people are going to try to stop you in your tracks. Then we have the enemy who is working countless hours, day and night, without any rest, on ways to snuff us out. So we have to learn to train for that as well and be ready for that as well because that is what will guarantee the win. That is what will guarantee our victory. And we have to learn to also rest assured in our covering, put our trust in our hope and our belief in God who is there backing us at all costs. And we have to know that the world against us as well as the enemy is of no match for the army of God. Okay? So I want you to know that all you have to do is to counter whatever it is that your opposing factor is one time. And then with that, you will realize that you actually give it its power. I had to learn that about fear. I gave it the power that it held over me. Because the moment where I countered it, when fear told me no, and I said yes, when fear told me that I wasn't good enough, and I said I'm more than able and more than qualified, when fear tried to stop me and I put one foot forward and made sure that I moved forward in spite of what it was telling me, I realized that it got its strength from me. I gave it its power that it held on me, and I had the ability to take it back. I had the ability to hold the strength and the power in my own life and do the things that I was purposed and destined to do. One of the things that I share in another video is that we don't all have to go through the same things to learn the same lessons. All we have to do is be willing to be transparent enough to share our experiences and to share our encounters, to share our testimony with the next person so that we all can be victorious in that same area without having to fall or to be hurt or to be snuffed out because of it. So guys, listen, I made sure that this book was packed with a lot of practical experiences, a lot of not just normal ways of dealing with things, but godly ways of conquering things. And I made sure that I took all those pearls that I gained along life's journey that has helped me through and through, seen me day in and day out throughout different scenarios. It is proven to be victorious factors in my life, and I made sure that I spilled it in that book so I can share it with you all. So I want you to go purchase the book. Let it bless your life. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. You can also go to my website, www.krystle, Krystle, Metellus, METELLUS.com. Click shop. It takes you directly to the book. I made sure that it was affordable. I made sure that it wasn't, too lengthy or intimidating to read. No, I didn't want it collecting dust on your shelf. I wanted blessing your life. So I made it that it was a page turner. It was an easy read so that you can get through it and get all that you need from it. Guys, I also want you to comment down below and share this video to bless someone else. I want to hear your thoughts. Talk back to me. I know you are packing a lot of wisdom and revelation as well that I too can learn from, and I am so ready to do that. So please share with me. Also subscribe so you can know when I drop any of my future videos to share, some of the things that I am going through with you to make sure that I'm continuously being an inspiration and a motivation for you all. So before I let you go, you already know I love you all to life. Be blessed on purpose. Bye, guys.